Hey Libra, what's up Libra? Hope all is well. Hope you are feeling blessed and highly favored, because you are. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever. As long as this resonates with you, it is for you. All right, this is going to be the closure you never got reading. The closure you never got reading. We're going to be asking, do they regret losing you? What would they say if they had the nerve? What do they tell people about you now? Are they still watching you? Do they still feel connected to you? Would they come back if they could? And what would happen if you got back together? If y'all heard anything I just said. All right, let's see. Most High, angels of the Most High, I welcome you here. I ask that you shut any door that is not of you. Please allow this reading to be clear and concise for my Libras and their highest good. Amens, amens, agains. All right, let's see. Do they regret losing the Libra? Do they regret losing the Libra? 5 cards. Do they regret losing the Libra? 5 of Wands, Hangman, 8 of Swords, 4 of Cups, the World, 5 of Wands, the Lovers, Hangman, the World, the Moon, 8 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 4 Cups, Justice, 8 of Wands, and the World. Okay. Okay, my bad. Libra, Emperor. Only other person who had a reading like this was Leo. So some of y'all could be, you have Leo in your chart or dealing with a Leo. I'm gonna just read it how I see it. Flip it, switch it, take it how it resonates. For some of you, Libra, this person feels like maybe they don't regret losing you because they feel like they were insecure when with dealing with you. With the Lovers and the 5 of Wands, they may feel like you put them in some type of competition and they weren't sure whether or not this was going to be successful. So they felt like it was best to end the situation. So for some of you, this person is saying you had them in competition, and because of their insecurities, they felt like the best thing to do was to leave. Now, is this how they feel? Because you got this here. Is this how they feel about the Libra? Queen of Pentacles. Again, flip it, switch, take it how it resonates, Libra. Maybe they're saying they understand why you left them because they had you in competition. All right. But that's what I'm getting here. I'm getting somebody feels like they had a lot of negative thinking on whether or not this was actually going to be successful. So no, they felt like the best thing to do was to leave it behind because you had too much going on or whatever. 5 of Wands, the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles. This person felt, yeah, somebody felt like they were competing for stability with you. Somebody felt as if they were competing for some type of stability with you. And so, quite frankly, whoever I'm speaking to, this person is saying they felt like they made the right decision by moving forward and following their heart to end the situation. For some of you, this person moved on to something else, other options. Okay. What would they say if they had the nerve? What would they say if they had the nerve? What would they say if they had the nerve? What would they say if they had the nerve? Three of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, King of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, Death, Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. Wow, okay. This is someone who would say, like, there was a lot of sadness and regret around having to walk away from this situation because you were so flighty or unreliable or immature or didn't want to grow up, or there's a lot of disappointment around having to walk away from the situation. And by the time you were ready to apologize, or the time you were ready to be emotionally available, I was already getting attention from someone who was a lot more generous and a lot more reciprocal. So I was already guarded towards you because of the lack that you made me feel. And by the time you came in with an apology or wanting to be emotionally available, somebody else was already giving me better treatment. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Sun, Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Damn, this is somebody kind of saying, like, I know my worth. I'm a catch. I'm the shit. Nine of Pentacles, Ace. I look good. I look good. I smell good. I perform good. The fuck you mean? And I'm abundant. What are you talking about? This could be a cross-watcher reading. I'm not gonna lie to you. This could be a cross-watcher reading. Don't shoot the messenger, but somebody's stunting in the reading. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, the Sun, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Like, damn. Someone's like, I'm focusing on abundance. I'm focusing on elevation. I'm focusing on passionate new beginnings. All right. What do they tell people about you now? What do they tell people about you now? What do they tell people about you now? Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Four of Cups, Eight of Swords, the Devil, World, Page of Cups, the Fool, Five of Cups. They tell people, this person does not think positively about the connection at all. Eight of Swords and the Devil, they're very pessimistic. This is someone who feels like you kept them in like a low vibrational energy because you were just so deceptive. You would throw rocks and hide your hands. You would do sneaky shit that would just make this person feel insecure or pessimistic. This person kind of feels like they took a chance on you or took some type of leap of faith towards you only to feel disappointed in the end. And feel like something's a missed opportunity. someone feels like they didn't see this coming. They didn't see this happening. They weren't prepared for how this was gonna go. But now they're being more logical, practical. They're following, they're having the internal courage to focus on themselves. The internal courage. They're finding the internal strength to focus on themselves. Damn, all right. Okay. Are they still watching you? Are they still watching the Libra? Five of Swords, Knight of Swords. Someone's like not happy. Are they still watching the Libra? Yes. Queen of Swords. Why are they watching the Libra? Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, because they're not over it. They haven't healed from the situation. So yeah, they're healing very slowly. Very slowly. And that's why they're still watching you. Do they still feel connected to the Libra? Do they still feel connected to the Libra? Four of Wands, yes. Seven of Pentacles. This person feels like they spent a lot. They invested a lot into this connection. So they still feel very much attached to you. Would they come back if they could? Would they come back if they could? Yes, the Fool. Nine of Wands, they would be a bit apprehensive though. They would, but there's a little bit of defensiveness. What would happen if y'all got... That's interesting. They said all that just to say that they would come back. Why would they come back to the Libra? Why would they come back to the Libra? Page of Pentacles, the Sun, the Queen of Wands, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, Nine of Cups. This person still, in a way, feels, oh, they feel like, okay, someone could feel like you're kind of the yin to their yang. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy. Two of Cups, you're some type of soulmate. What's all that? This person at the same time would hope that you guys could overcome all of the conflict and heal a situation. There's still hope for that. They're hoping that, hello, hold on y'all, because hold on. I feel like this person is kind of, I feel like this person's kind of hoping that you feel so much loss without them that you'll never do that shit again. So I feel like this person's kind of hoping that the absence of their presence makes a major impact on you. What would happen if they got back together? 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 Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Tower, Queen of Swords, Three of Wands. Okay. Ace of Cups, okay. I feel like things are good, but then there's anxiety over some type of like burden here. And whatever this burden is causes some type of conflict, which leads to more conflict. I feel like there's issues over stability between the two of you, like money or stability. There's some type of burden that has to do with the household that's creating conflict between the two of you. But I see you guys getting over it. So I feel like the two of you will come together and things will be very fulfilling. But I feel like there's this hurdle or this burden that you guys are going to have to overcome in regards to stability or some type of burden with finances and maybe even like legalities or something. I'm not really sure what that's about. There's something here like a legality or a stability or some type of hurdle that you guys have to get over. But I see you guys getting over it. Temperance. So I feel like things are going to come together. There's love, there's reciprocity, and then all hell breaks loose again. The funny thing is, I feel like you guys break up and then come back together again. Which is interesting. So whatever this burden is or conflict within the household, I feel like there's a separation again. I feel like even one of you even may go off and entertain something else and then come back again. So interesting. So it seems like the situation, it comes together and then it's on again, off again type of energy. Okay. I'm gonna leave you there, Libra. If this resonated, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Mwah.